Shazam!
What's up, my horror nerds, my horror freaks, and my horror geeks? This is Christian Creasy.
Lionel Chapman.
Ira Childs.
And welcome to the Trio Blood Podcast. And we are excited for today's episode. We are going to discuss the past, present, and future of two great horror film franchises, which is Evil Dead and Resident Evil.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to dive right into it. We're going to discuss, starting with Evil Dead. Mm-hmm. This franchise been around, shit, since I was, a baby.
Yes.
Starting with the 80s, starting with Evil Dead 1 with our main hero, Ash.
Yeah, I was born. 1981.
Damn.
1981.
Yeah, okay.
Shit, man.
Yeah, okay.
Damn. How old ass?
Yeah, again.
Oh,
Got
man.
jokes today, okay.
But, so what was your first reaction when you got introduced to this franchise?
My first reaction, man, it was spooky, man. The POV of the camera movement, the characters, location, everything. As a kid, scary as hell.
For me, I didn't see this film until my late 20s. Mm-hmm. I bought it from Walmart, and I was blown away by the practical effects, the special effects, and the story. It's definitely in my top 20. One of the best.
Yeah, I remember I first got introduced to this film back in the early 90s. I was looking, I'm like, man, this is this stuff is different from everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I seen Bruce Campbell. I'm like, hey, he I definitely wouldn't be trapped inside the cabin with these group of people. I'm like, jeez, man, I never seen evil like this before.
Right.
And later on, when I found out what Sam Raimi was shooting on, I'm like, dang, he shot this.
16? Super 16?
16?
So, was it Super 16?
16 millimeter, and he was
College student. No.
at friends' apartments and or his parents' backyard or something like that. It was, yeah, it was that hardcore guerrilla filmmaking that made the 80s horror franchise still the top best franchise still till this day, because it was a grind, man. And I was like, that's why it still remains a classic. I mean, you look at the evolution too. Then it got Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that also, then we got Return with Ash, you know?
Yeah.
Because Evil Dead 2 came out
1987.
87. Shit, I was only 2. My young ass.
You left out the most scariest thing,
What's that?
the book.
Yes, and that's when we got introduced to the Book of the Dead.
The most iconic part of
The
the
most
movie.
iconic part, and one of the most iconic symbols is the Book of the Dead, which is, it's like, I call it the Devil's Bible.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do y'all think about the book when y'all first saw the book?
I don't want to mess with it.
I think as an adult, and then, watching so many horror films up to that point, it still felt a little creepy. I think it's one of the most recognizable horror items, besides the cube from
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So, yeah,
The name speaks for itself.
Book of the Dead.
The Book of the
Book
Dead.
of the Dead.
Yeah, and,
You have the Bible, then you got the Book of the Dead.
yeah.
You know, when I think of the Book of the Dead, I think about the Ouija board. You know, you summoning something evil. You know, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And what are y'all fond memories of Evil Dead 2? Because I don't have any memories of. I know it was a good film, but man, I need to rewatch that one.
I believe Evil Dead 2, that's when Bruce Campbell really became the hero.
Yeah.
Ash.
I remember, I don't know if you were done, sorry. I just remember a lot of scenes of Bruce running around the cabin. If I'm not mistaken for another one, but that's all I remember.
That's when he became the badass with the chainsaw
right.
and the gun.
Yeah.
For the setup of Army of Darkness.
Yes, that one I definitely remember because that's one of my favorite out of the franchise, out of the entire Evil Dead franchise is Army of Darkness.
1992.
Yep. And when he went into another dimension, he was fucking fighting the army and shit. We had the chainsaw in his hand and the gun and stuff like that. Yeah. That was I was really entertained by that film.
Same.
It was a little different, even though it's still in the same universe. But it was quite different. It seemed like Sam Raimi was taking a risk with that one because that's totally opposite of what we was expecting normally with Evil Dead, because I think he's trying to break it up because you see the same cycle, the Book of the Dead, and let's break it up and circle around Ash's journey. And I think that's one of Bruce Campbell's best roles is Ash, because everybody knows him as Ash.
Yeah.
I think that film, I remember seeing it as a kid. We were actually in Minnesota, and we went to Blockbuster to rent it. And I don't remember laughing that hard outside of Ace Ventura, because I think we had Ace Ventura and Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
And that movie sticks with me, especially when the skeleton came up to him and said, I got a bone to pick with you. So.
Yeah. And I remember watching Army of Darkness because I was watching it. It was from my Uncle Andrew with his movie collection. So I was like, let's check this one out. And he recommended, you should watch Army of Darkness. And I was like, this is, Ash. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. Do you prefer the horror heavy approach or the horror comedy balance? Which one do you prefer?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It works with Army of Darkness. It worked with why do I want to say Valentine, but it's not Valentine. Love, Hard Eyes. It worked with Hard Eyes. I just think it. To go into it to say I like horror comedy, or what was the other one?
Horror heavy approach. I think
it varies for me.
The balance is the perfect.
Yeah.
A little comedy and horror. Where you got the zombie. Sorry for cutting you off. Where you got the person that returns from the dead and they saying something comical.
Yeah,
bring that ass here, or give me that dick, or something. No homo. Little stuff they used to say back then in the 80s, man.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Just like the skeleton. I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both. It depends. Like you said, it works with Hard Eyes. It worked with certain horror franchises like. What's another good one? Warm Bodies. Yeah. It works with that. But I think it's a balance because comedy and horror goes hand in hand. Yeah. It's the opposite of each other. Yeah. So besides dramatic drama. But I think it depends on the franchise. Like something like even like I said with Army of Darkness, it was a risk because that did break it up. It was still horror, but it was comedy put into it now.
Okay.
But hey, I mean the evolution of Evil Dead got great until the movie took a break from '92, and then we get a remake in 2013.
Yeah.
Which is Evil Dead. Oh my God. I remember seeing this one.
I love this film.
This one, man.
This is one.
You know, that's when they switched the protagonist, made the protagonist a female. You know.
And Mia Allen, the character.
You know.
This is one I'll take exit left because I still haven't seen this
You
movie.
still have oh my God.
It's like a revision. You know, she's the Ash in the film.
Yeah, she is.
You know, with the chainsaw and everything.
Yep. And it takes place right back into the cabin. And we get reintroduced to the Book of the Dead. And oh my God, this woman, because she starred in Don't Breathe, which is
another great film.
Yep. Let's see. Evil Dead.
And we said her name, Mia Allen. That was the character's name.
Yeah, Mia Allen was played by Jane Levi.
Yeah.
Who's also starred in Don't Breathe. He was one of the protagonists in Don't Breathe. And Jean, if I'm pronouncing that right. No, Jane Levi. She did her thing.
Yeah.
Man.
I would
the
say
acting, sorry for cutting you off, but the acting was top notch. Man, I know part every day. When you watch it, you can tell, and I hope she gets to watch this episode. You can tell she put her all into that because I know at the end of each day of filming, she was left drained.
Yeah.
Because that's a physical role she did.
I would say out of all the films, this is the bloodiest.
2013?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I say it's one of the best too. I put it up there with the original Evil Dead.
Bloody ending.
I was just about okay. I was like Sam Raimi.
As far as that build
there.
up, you know, you'll be satisfied leaving the theater.
Yeah.
Or looking at Netflix or whatever it plays on.
I think this is it's like top or equal to, like, in my opinion, to the original Evil Dead. Out of even the recent one, which we about to discuss in a moment, which was also freaking awesome.
It was too.
Freaking awesome.
You know,
until the end. I think they dropped the ball at the end.
You think so?
I think if it was switched, because going into
Evil Dead
Rise, which was made in
10 years later.
Yeah. 2023.
And we talked about it too.
Yeah, that ending kind of remind me of The Thing. You know, all the characters all into one, making them some kind of creature or monster attacking the protagonist.
But I like this new one, Evil Dead Rise, because it took out of it sets it up like at the camp.
Yeah.
With the couple, but it wasn't the story. The main story took place at the apartment building, and we see a single mom with 3 kids.
Okay.
Her sister comes. We find out her sister is pregnant, and they are being evicted. The whole majority of the whole building being evicted.
Location is scary.
And the location, and
that played a big part.
Yep, and
big part.
Earthquake happened. The ground cracked. And the brother they was coming back from pieces to get the Book of the Dead, and the motherfucker started reading it. Man. And she did her thing.
I suggest if you got surround sound,
watch it.
That part of when the record come on, it was so loud and so scary. I was like, whoa.
You know what? Those horror elements are missing, and that's what. One of the standout things to me was the actual, not the soundtrack, but the sounds in the movie, the location being scary, the lighting being dark enough to barely make some things out here and there. You know, just adding that extra element of mysterious mystery.
Yeah.
And then, once the mom turned, she was hella creepy. You know what I mean? So this one really stood out too.
Anybody could get it too, because in this
Yeah.
film,
Everybody
if you was a kid,
Yeah.
nothing was off limits.
Nothing was off. Everybody, like the kids got it. The neighbors got it. It was like equal opportunity. You're gonna get this work. You're gonna get some death and stuff like that. But what I like was my favorite line was like, "Mommy is sleeping with the maggots." That was cold. Yeah. I was like, "Yeah." She said that your mama is gone, sweetheart.
Let me ask you guys this a question. Mm-hmm. I believe. Well, it's a question, kind of like a question. I believe that film is tied into this new film.
Evil Dead, what's this? Burn. Evil Dead Burn. Yes, I think so too. It's a continuation. And what y'all think of the trailer? What was y'all first reaction to the trailer?
That
W-O-W. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That trailer, I'm like, oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, dang. I haven't seen a trailer that intense in a very long time. Yeah. I am super excited about this film. I can't wait to go see it and experience it in theaters.
And you know what? I really love they're not showing too much of it.
No, they not. They showing just enough, because when I first saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, you starting off with a 10 to get my attention. I'm
absolutely.
Like, and plus, just not showing too much, it already lets you know what's the film is going to be about. Yeah. And it's this, eventually the Book of the Dead end up being from the apartment to somewhere else anyway. And that reoccurring theme we talked about, some people just can't help themselves of opening the book and reading the passage, and you get life full of hell for you and your loved ones. Yes. If you ever come across a book, people, I'm talking to you out there in TV land, that says Book of the Dead, don't read it.
Not at all.
Don't pick it up. Matter of fact, just run.
But it's that temptation.
Of course. Because,
ooh, the Book of the Dead, ooh.
Because, human beings sometimes have a IQ of probably like a peanut.
I would agree.
Let me ask another question, fellas. What makes an Evil Dead movie successful in today's horror era?
Quite honestly, you would have to define successful, because you got the studio successful, where it has to double what they put out for it.
That's the business part.
Right. And then you got the cult classic successful, where people just go see it just because it has that title. And then lastly, you got the good successful of it just being an all-around great movie.
Like a Rotten Tomato score and a critic.
Right. Because it can be a phenomenal movie, but some critics can tear it down and it won't be successful. But it will be successful streaming as opposed to box office. And sometimes we're left with...
Hence, like Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Wasn't a success at the box office, but once it came on video, became a cult classic.
It is.
Like, I think they would kill us. Also, I heard was a great film, even though it didn't do well at the box office. But I think that's going to be just like Monster Squad, a successful. But I think what makes an Evil Dead successful is a little bit of like the business side. It has to make its money back, but in order to do that, the studio has to allow the artists to be artists, get the creativity, give what the audience that we gonna pay our money for. Just like Evil Dead Rise, and 10 years prior to that, when it came out, Evil Dead the remake. Yeah, you see the blood, you see the gore, you see the acting, the lead stars, how they embody, because the last two were females, and they fucking killed those roles, and to give something like this last one, Evil Dead Rise, a connection, like, how many people in how many moms in America and across the world was single. They know the struggle. So it gives some the connection to the character. You know, like, yeah, that's me. They see that, and that's me and my 3 children. That's us just recently just finding a new place. We got kicked out of this one, or, yep, that's us. Or I'm not sister that got pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's be successful.
You know what I forgot? One of the most important scenes that got my attention in a new film.
These nuts. No, what is it?
The part where they were in the kitchen, the guys in the kitchen, and the possessed woman. You see the dish rack with the knives sticking up.
Yeah.
And the guy falls on the knives, and she's like pushing them down.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
whoa! I can't wait to see this.
yeah.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we transition from Evil Dead to the next great horror franchise is Resident Evil. I remember Resident Evil starting from the video game in the 90s when I had my PlayStation.
Yes.
That was scary.
It was.
That's how I used to walk around.
Yeah. But playing it at night with friends, when we had our sleepovers, we was all scared. We was like, that's zombie. But man, what was y'all reaction when y'all got introduced to the Resident Evil franchise?
Well, I've played it since Resident Evil 2. But my biggest reaction came from Resident Evil Biohazard. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
And I had the PlayStation VR playing that. My goodness. Talk about scared. Talk about, yeah, let me take this off and go watch some Superman or something. 'Cause, listen here, you are immersed in this video game, and you turn to your left and a zombie's right there. You're like, oh! And that game was off the chain, especially with the VR.
I think it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I think it was groundbreaking too because it was not your typical zombie video game, and we get into the movies, the typical zombie movie because when I was playing these video games, especially 2. I was like, holy cow. Wait a minute.
It was pretty good.
It was like, what are the zombie Dobermans? Dogs? What? Then we got into Nemesis. I was like, these are like, I know zombies are monsters, but normally zombies are their own separate thing. Then you putting all kinds of creatures in here, which makes it even more scarier. And it makes it more terrifying because you got Leon and Claire. Especially Leon, who is stuck in the city on his first day of work as a cop. He went into a nightmare. And the thing about it, though, he has no superpowers. And it makes it more scary. One bite, and it's over for you. It was over.
Let me ask you guys this question.
Yeah.
What do you think about the 2002 Resident Evil movie with none of the main classic game heroes yet, but you're introduced to our main protagonist, Alice?
I was super stoked for this movie because
Me
I had
too.
been waiting for it, and I don't think it disappointed at all. I think I'm going to butcher her name, Millie Jovovich.
I think you pronounced Millie
Right.
Jovovich.
I think
I
so.
don't want to slaughter her name.
She,
One of my crushes.
She did an amazing job in this film, and it lived up to the expectation. It was so much so I bought the DVD.
Yeah, same. I was excited for it when I first went to the movies and see it because it was totally it kept the concept. Like it was starting in the matching and went underground. And we started with Alice. She was new. Then we had Michelle Rodriguez's character. And it was different, but they still kept the zombies. They still kept the dogs. And it was like I remember going to see it at AMC Forest City in 2002.
Wow.
That movie, it was jam packed. It was back in the theater, and me and my cousin was watching it. And that's a little side note though. That's when I got first introduced to Kill Switch Engage because they did one of the tracks at the end credits.
Oh, nice.
Got me being a fan of Kill Switch. Shout out to Kill Switch. But But I think
Oh crap! Keep going.
I think
And to fast forward in 2024, I mean 2004,
24.
at 2000, at 2004, game characters was introduced. Jill Valentine, Carlos Avalera, and
Yeah.
Nemesis. That's when Nemesis
Yeah.
came into play. You know, which we still had our main protagonist Alice. And
But you didn't. But let's go back to the first one. What was your thoughts when you your reaction
from the game or from the movie?
for the movie or either one?
From the game, I remember just always getting attacked because I couldn't shoot my gun before the damn zombie ended up attacking me. Because I felt they moved too damn slow. Like, tack, 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 tack. But I really enjoyed them film, man. You know, I just wanted to see a new take on some zombies, the Umbrella Corporation and everything like that. It was dope.
Yeah, and I think that's what made it better because we did have a new villain, which wasn't actually it actually introduced what caused the zombies was the Umbrella Corporation created the T virus, even in the games and in the films. But then we get to the second one. I say, out of all the Resident Evil franchises, the movies, as far as the live action movies, the second one is my favorite because they in the city now.
Okay.
And we got introduced to Jill Valentine, and the rest of the and Nemesis. You know.
Okay.
Only critique about that, they kind of made Nemesis from the guy from the first one that he made it out. He got cut through the train by one of the liquors.
Yeah.
And he ended up turning into Nemesis.
Yeah.
But at the end, it was like he was like sentimental, like, "Oh, I remember you Alice," and I'm like, "No, this Nemesis was programmed by Stars to hunt, by Umbrella to kill Jill Valentine and any other members who had dirt on them.
Do you think
He was relentless."
Do you guys think that the Resident Evil films were more action and less horror?
Yeah, I think so. I think Paul Anderson. I think he really laid in a little bit more on the action. I mean, instead of the horror.
I think
it took some of it away, because when you start, it really got crazy near the third act of the third film, because I have the third film.
Yeah.
When they was in the desert and traveling and stuff
Extinction.
like that. Yeah.
giving Alice these superhuman qualities about herself,
Yeah.
I believe that it would have been a more successful film if it was a little more scarier.
Yeah.
Because
then you got clones of Alice. Then we got introduced to Mr. Whisker, Adam. I think it's Adam Whisker, who was supposed to be one of the top Albert Whisker, who was one of the top badass villains.
Yeah.
Like Albert Whisker is that dude, man. Like, he ain't nothing to be messed with. And then later in the films, we see another clone of Michelle Rodriguez. It's like, oh man, it's starting to get cheesy now.
Yeah,
Man.
it's too big of a universe.
Then we get introduced late to Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, where's Claire Redfield? Yeah. We got Chris, like, where's Claire? Like, we never see her. And it's like, oh, no, this is...
Out of all the films, my favorite that was true to the game was Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, 2021.
I stopped watching after Extinction.
Yeah, I have Extinction, but the closest one to the actual video game is Welcome to Raccoon City.
The music was creepy. Even the coloring of the film was dark,
Yeah, I really like that. I wish it was successful at the box office, but then again, it's like during a pandemic, and they were supposed to make a sequel.
You know what? You know what? I think due to the previous films, the action films, just kind of messed it up.
Yeah. Now, if you really want to get into like the hardcore, sticking to the actual timeline of the franchise, along with the video games and stuff, I have the animation movies, and that man,
Yeah.
my favorite one is Damnation,
Okay.
because we see Leon Kennedy and we see Claire Redfield at the airport. You know, the zombie outbreak there because someone let the T virus out, and that was one of the best ones because I have the rest of them. V for Resident Evil Vendetta. If you haven't seen that one yet,
No.
man, check that one out. And the Netflix ones, the short Netflix one, Infinite Darkness on Netflix. I highly recommend to look it up because that is a continuation between, I think, after I have to remember. It's after let me see. Resident Evil. Yeah, it's after Vendetta because I have Death Island. Death Island was dope. So it takes place, I think, between Infinite Darkness takes place between post Vendetta and before Death Island.
Question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this new trailer for the 2026 version?
You know, at first when I saw it, I was like, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I was like, there's no Leon. I'm like, I thought we was gonna actually have a Leon Kennedy. And it's like, nah. Then when I watched the second time, I was like, you know what? I give it a chance. It does seem scary, and the director that we all know who did Barbarian and Weapons, right? He said that he wasn't not going to try to do the exact from the video game, but he is going to keep the same themes and elements from the game that the fans love, meaning like it should be scary and horrifying. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in September when it comes out. It looks like it does have potential. What about you, Ira? You not feeling?
Well, I just recently saw it today, the trailer. Maybe I have to watch it again, but I was a little underwhelmed. When I'm thinking of, maybe I'm being biased because I love Dawn of the Dead so much, the remake. That I'm thinking it's supposed to be very intense, very scary zombies. This one was just kind of like, maybe I need to see another trailer. They usually cut a teaser and then trailer 1 and trailer 2. Maybe in trailer 2 I'll be more interested, but for right now, it's whatever.
I truly believe this film will have some zombies, but not a lot of zombies. More like a lot of mutation creatures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I get from the trailer. I see one part of the trailer where the guy goes into, is it like a garage or something like that? And he sees someone lying on the floor and they get pulled. I guess that's some kind of creature pulling. Then you see another where you see these deformed 4 people coming out of a door. And then when you go down to a sewer, you see some kind of bloated, pale guy.
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of like a Left 4 Dead or something, like a bloater or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see though. I will. We all 3 should check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Go see it and check it out, and give our take on it. It does look like it can be scary. I hope the suspense is there. I hope so. But hey, but besides that,
What up?
what about the new video game now? Now the new video game.
You know what?
Mine should have came today.
I haven't saw it.
It took back the new
That
video
looks
game.
pretty wild.
I'm playing it, and it's dope, and it's scary as hell. And we get an older Leon Kennedy, and he's still badass. He's still like, I'm taking my time playing this part, because where I'm at in the video game, I'm underneath the orphanage. So
Is this a Sony thing?
No, it's on Xbox too.
it's on Xbox too.
Okay, I got some questions.
Yeah.
Some legacy questions of the franchise. Can Resident Evil become scary again for modern audiences?
Yep.
It has a chance with this new installment.
You mean for just the live action or like animation too?
Live action.
I think so. Because doing live action movies or TV series from a video game, so any video game of any kind, besides like Batman or Ninja Turtles, is quite difficult. It is quite difficult. But I think Resident Evil can be scary. To help with modern audience, to scare modern audience. You just have to. The main thing is that filmmakers need to know what is Resident Evil about. What makes this great franchise scary, and why it's been so successful, even in the video games. Part 2 was scary. Resident Evil 2, 4 is one of my favorite video games. That was scary because it evolved with the plagas. You know, then you talking about having zombies being intelligent, it makes it more scary. It raises the stakes too. So I think filmmakers have to understand why this franchise been around so long and have to actually talk. I think they should actually talk to Capcom developers like, hey, I want to make this movie. What are the things that y'all did that made this stuff so scary, especially with the key ones like Part 2, Resident Evil 2, video game, and now this new one, 9.
I think what would make me personally, what would make this Resident Evil franchise scarier, make relatable characters.
Yeah.
Feel real.
Yeah.
Like you see these films like we talked about, Dawn of the Dead. What's the one that's on Netflix?
I would say Black Christmas.
Black Summer.
Black Summer.
Black Summer.
Yep.
You put these characters, in these situations with the T virus and all that.
But what do they have in common? They have a POV element that basically makes you be engaged in what you see. Even in the video games, you're really engaged in these video games because it's all first person. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily see the whole character, but you just see the back of them. And so as the character is experiencing things, you're experiencing it as well. So that's why I think that's what sets this franchise, video game wise, apart from all the others, because it forces you to be inside the game. If they can pull that element over into the movies, so having that conversation with the Capcom people would probably be of good. You know what I mean?
Can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the director is going to take some of his techniques from weapons and put them in Resident Evil, far as the before and after, how he set that up in weapons? Do you think that will be successful in Resident Evil?
I sure hope so.
I also hope. He did say that one thing he's gonna not go derive away from is what I said earlier, what Resident Evil is about. Like he's gonna keep the same themes, what made this stuff scary. Okay. So even though we don't have Leon, we don't have Claire, we don't have Chris or Jill, or Edowan in this film. We do see a new character, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, well,
Maybe those characters will appear at some.
Maybe.
Maybe they are taking a step away from that, and hence why they're calling it
Today's
Resident Evil as opposed to Resident Evil something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think this Resident Evil is today's time?
Probably.
Yeah.
Could be.
But you don't need those characters. You just like you said, it's a big universe. So,
I mean, it would be nice for those people who love those legacy characters. They will be definitely satisfied. But I think that would also be one of their biggest gripes, where there's no Leon, there's no Claire. You know, it was terrible. And basically, it's coming off of a bias because the legacy characters aren't in there.
Right.
yeah.
Which I think is probably a little unfair when we saw Raccoon City, because we did see Claire.
Yeah.
And that actress who played her was badass. And like, she got her. We did see Chris. We did see Leon.
We got to see the Doberman.
We got to see the Doberman. We got to see Albert Whisker.
Yeah.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Albert.
What's the creature?
The liquor.
The liquor?
Yeah.
We got to see the liquors. I mean, and I think Welcome to Raccoon City was the actual closest accurate to the video game, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
We get to see the countdown to bomb Raccoon City.
Yeah.
So, we'll see the new one. Is the new one going to take place in the Raccoon City? If so, then they may set it up to introduce Leon, because they may be, because if you actually look at Resident Evil 2 and 3, if you look at the actual chronological time order, 3 happens before 2. 3 happens as 3 was going, then Leon came in after. It was probably like no more than like a couple hours behind each other. But then again, it was like one could argue like 2 and 3, or takes place at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, we all here in the same, we experience the same stuff. It's just like you and Ira, are like an hour ahead of me on a different part of the city.
Okay.
And I'm just now seeing the after stuff, like somebody was here. It was y'all two. Somebody killed this person or shot this zombie. It was y'all two. And now we all made it out. We all see the bombing of Raccoon City. So that's why, you never know. This could be the beginning of it. We just seeing another character.
True.
We don't know. We'll see. That's why I'm interested in seeing it. But I'm definitely fucking interested in seeing Evil Dead, baby. After Burn, baby. You know what I'm saying? Evil Dead Burn. I say After Burn, but shit, I'm probably going to be After Burn after seeing that motherfucker. Shit.
It's talks of possible, I don't know, official title of the next Evil Dead film, but it's talks that it's another film next year.
Next year? Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, these are two great franchises. Absolutely. Man. They not going anywhere. Shoot, they made both studios, Capcom and Sony, and like New Line too, are also sharing the rights too. A lot of money. And people are familiar. I mean, let's go back to Evil Dead. We forgot to talk about Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The TV series on
pretty,
Starz. That was
good.
dope. To bring back Bruce
good.
Campbell.
Yeah.
That was, I really enjoyed that series. To see Ash back.
Yeah.
To see him experience, to see other characters going through what he's going, and he can guide them as a mentor and stuff.
Do you think he will ever appear back on the big screen
I hope so.
as Ash?
I think he's done. If I'm not mistaken, he said he was done with it.
Bruce Campbell?
Yeah.
I think anything is possible.
Well, we want England to come back, but he said he's done with Kruger.
Yeah, because he's in his 80s
But
now.
I just heard something else saying that he said he'll come back for one more film.
That's internet stuff. He said, well,
I believe if he does come back,
if it's video of him actually saying that's when
I believe. Why not come back? I believe he could come back, and like he got to do his own stunts. You know? He can just. It might just. The only thing that might irritate him is the prosthetic part.
That's the part he said.
But
But even the YouTubers or the Merkins,
yeah,
they look pretty badass. And so couldn't they just give them a mask or something and just kind of spruce it up?
yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. But I mean, it would be nice to see Bruce Campbell back. Only time we saw Ash, his character was in the comic books. When we had Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Yeah.
In the comic books, they was trying to make that into an actual movie that was going to be the sequel from Freddy versus Jason, but it didn't fall through.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think the Evil Dead Book of Dead, would ever be destroyed?
That's a good question. It's hard. I don't know.
I think if it a badass ending, if Ash come back and something happened and he destroyed the book.
I think he's probably the only one who could have access to
true.
destroy the book.
Yeah, because people have that cat syndrome. We're too damn curious and they're trying to open it and see what's in it and
keep reading the passage.
That's why I believe he does like and they'll keep it a secret. He comes to save the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
or he put it like one of the like a basement or something like on the Conjuring and guard it with his life.
I mean, we never know. We should see.
I just want you, studio, about us being filmmakers. We are all filmmakers, and this is to the big studios. You guys need to start making these video game adaptation films scary. Like you need a Left 4 Dead film.
I heard there was talks of that. I heard.
Make Left 4 Dead film.
I thought they already made one.
When you did Doom, you bullshitted us.
Oh man, that was
You know,
with The Rock,
you bullshitted us for real.
dedicated to the core.
Because when you play Doom, you be scared as hell.
yeah.
You see this movie, you got motherfuckers in space going from this time to this time, and you got the Wayne Johnson in there.
Yeah.
What he said? I'm not supposed to die.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing both of these upcoming projects for both of these great franchise.
Me too.
You know, so
I'm looking forward to Evil Dead Burn, and I'm looking forward to Resident Evil. But I'm also, on a side note, looking forward to. That's gonna be hard. We're gonna have to talk about it.
What's that?
Clayface.
Okay. I got some Play-Doh for you.
yeah, that's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that one. So, if you haven't watched any other Evil Dead franchises or the Resident Evil franchise movies, even with early 2000s, or played the video games, I recommend first you play the video games. Play the video games. Then I recommend watching the animation movies and watching the animation series on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Then going to the live action movies. And let us know what you think. You won't be disappointed. And Resident Evil 9 is freaking badass. I am enjoying it. It's scary. And yes, if you haven't watched Evil Dead Rise, check it out. Check it out. If you haven't watched Ash versus Evil Dead, we would like you silent all your cell phones, please.
What's on the TikTok inside?
And watch it. And also, stay tuned for more because Trio of Blood, we coming to you with more content. We got some more stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about some more horror films and horror shenanigans we're going to be up to.
Yes.
And you know where to follow us. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Get that merch.
Yeah, get that merch. We on Dashery, dashery.tpublic. Check out the merch. Purchase the merch. We got our merchandise store on sale now. Check out our store. Follow us on TikTok, IG, Facebook, YouTube. Once again, and we're gonna be coming. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. We are on there. Check us out, people. Check us out and let us know what you think. We would love to engage with you.
Yes.
Yes. And also, we're gonna be soon going out to more horror conventions. We're going to be setting up a table, and we're going to be selling merch. So check us out. Come talk to us. Come check us out live. And the next thing, we got some big news. So the trio and the Splatter Brothers too got a film in the new film festival. Yes. So check us out on the film festival circuit. We be out there promoting our films too. We waiting for Chicago Horror Film Festival too. We're gonna be there too, baby.
Yes.
So once again, we love you, and once again, stay scary, my friend.